I think we're headed towards a civil war.
Shocking.
I wanted to make sure I got the buzzwords in as quickly as possible because it's 16 minutes, and I felt like,
You
was
asked the
burst
question.
in my
We
forehead.
get people drunk too.
You said you don't
Friday
think
night?
it,
Let's go.
You said, like, you don't think it matters because they know anyways, right? And then that's the type of thing where Mary said on the show today, like, we were live, she's like, why are you trying to put logic onto something that has no logic behind it? And
Exactly.
But a lot of people in the space, maybe it's because you're constantly putting your ideas out there and you're kind of wrestling with them on air, that it's your job in a way to try and bring logic to something that may not have anything to it. But
I want you all to imagine a podcast where Phil Labonte is sitting in a chair, and across from him is a vampire and a zombie.
dibs on
And
the zombie.
the vampire is going, I'm going to drink people's blood, no matter what. And then Phil's like, but you shouldn't do that. That violates the Constitution. And he's like, sure. And then the zombie goes, "Argh!" That's what it is. That's what we're doing. The zombie is going to do its thing. You're never convincing it. And the vampire's like, bro, this is what I am, and this is what I want. There's not arguing with the impulse of the vampire. So I hope that was enjoyable for all of you. The Democrats are either vampires or zombies.
Vampires.
I think to be fair, I mean that was probably poor. I didn't want to get too esoteric with it, but I'll put it this way: the Democrats are more like there's liches and they're undead servants, and so the liches raise the zombies up and are conscious but evil. But there's few of them, and they have a lot of zombies you can't argue with.
So you're talking about a new video game idea, right?
Yes.
There
and
you
it's
go.
And it's Donald Trump fighting the Lich King.
There you go.
And it's
I
Joe
think that'd be
Biden.
interesting.
Ooh, that'd be so good.
Joe Biden would definitely be an undead king. Undead.
And Trinidad Shabbat Pressure is the spell where he raised Trinidad Shabbat Pressure, and then all the zombies come out of the ground.
Perfect.
But what I mean is when I get silly with it is when you're talking to these Democrat personalities that are like, Elon Musk is a threat to our democracy. Trump was found guilty, liable of rape or whatever. It's like, bro, I know you know that's BS. It's like you know that New York didn't have any evidence, and you would never, in any other circumstance, take a 30-year-old allegation with no evidence and claim it was true.
Yep.
But because it's Trump, you do. Why are we arguing with someone who's willing to go to that extent? Let's just pause there. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden helped raise money for the defense of rioters in the 2020 riots, where 30-plus people were murdered. There are, I shouldn't say murdered, 30-plus people died, I think like 20-some-odd murders. You had firebombing of the White House grounds. You had firebombing of St. John's Church. D.C. was ablaze, and Democrats know and do not care. And Republicans keep going like, why don't we warn them? Bro, if Pam Bondi comes out and she goes, we will use all force necessary in order to defend Tesla dealerships and small businesses, the left is not going to care.
Yeah, they don't. They destroyed. So in Minnesota, where I'm from, I watched businesses get burnt down and then put up signs complaining about getting burned down, despite the fact that they were part of the very system for all of the places that ended up causing that to happen. One of the things that was happening is graffiti was being done on all of the businesses in Uptown, and the city would come in and say, if you don't cover up the graffiti yourself, we are going to come in and do it for you, and it's going to cost you $700. Like, we're going to tax you to do that. And all of them put up signs saying, basically, please don't graffiti our building. We can't afford to pay it. The problem is all of those same people voted for exactly what they were getting in that area, and you can't convince them otherwise. They don't understand, or they're just not intelligent enough to see the...
Well, I mean, they're voting... They're not voting for those things. They're voting to allow those things.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're voting to put themselves in that position.
But the point that I'm making is, like, when they're actually casting their vote, that's not what they're thinking about, obviously. They're not thinking, oh, I want to have a DA, or I want this local government to not prosecute crime. It's
just crazy to me that the more times you go, as many times as you can go through it, that it doesn't cross your mind the next time you go to the ballot box.
It has to be tangible for people. It has to be personal. It has to be something that actually hurts them individually, and it has to be recent.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.